Hey, I'm Jesse Bergen. We're outside of Port City Royal. I'm going to meet up with a couple of buddies of mine, and we're going to be talking about caviar, local flavors, and sturgeon.
The philosophy here at Port City Royal is, as local as possible. Our menu's always changing because it's based on local cuisine. If you notice something that's on the menu that you aren't familiar with, get it, because that's probably going to be the most interesting thing.
We really want to show the world that we can do it right. We can have a sustainable wild harvest and a sustainable aquaculture side by side, helping each other.
I came across Cornell when I first started doing my business plan for Port City Royal. He immediately invited me out to his farm.
Before even opening the restaurant, he brought this stuff to my farm and discussed about using our products.
We like to incorporate Cornell's product as much as we can.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Let's get right into the caviar. This is like one of the last places in the world that you can actually get wild caviar.
We are lucky to have the last well-managed fishery, certified ocean-wise and everything. And we also farm them, so we do wild and farm side by side. So it's very unique.
And you're supporting local fishermen, which I love.
100%.
If I was a first timer and I've never tried caviar before, what's the first thing that I should know?
You should know that caviar is not a luxury. Caviar is a treat. I would start with the gold, which is the mildest of the three. It has a really very buttery taste. Sip of champagne to cleanse your palate before, and then you take the caviar and you feel it in your mouth. It will melt in your mouth. Then you go to the next step up, which will be the Acadian green, which is also a farm variety. The difference between the gold and the green is only genetics. Basically, 20% of our fish are blonde, so to speak, 80% are brunette, Basically, we keep the wild as our quality standard, and then we farm the fish. We only do use local species. We farm them like land-based, not in cages or anything. And we strive to bring the quality of the farm as close as possible to the wild. That's when we really help the wild. That's when we really can reduce some of the pressure on the wild resources.
This right here is, you know what I mean? Like this is the baller stuff right here. Yeah. But this is the byproduct, which is beautiful.
I wouldn't call this byproduct.
No.
It's kind of a part of the sturgeon, So caviar is only 10% of the fish.
And you utilize everything from
everything.
the fish.
For example, here is, those are the cartilage and bone marrow chips. And they are super healthy, super tasty. I call it the fish for people who don't like fish. It smokes really beautiful. So this is a farm variety smoked, and this is the wild smoke.
In there, I like to eat it like this. Just like, what's one of your favorite recipes to do with sturgeon?
I really enjoy making the smoked sturgeon hams, as well as the pâtés.
One of the things I'm realizing there right now is that we haven't dipped into the wild.
Delicious, huh?
Wow, that's amazing. How would you build a little canapé of caviar?
I like to take these blinis, which is almost like a little mini pancake. Take a little bit of creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche is like awesome sour cream.
Oh, the best. And then, of course, the wild Atlantic caviar on top. And there you go.
Bam. That's how you do it, right there. How do people go about getting sturgeon meat?
Our beautiful city market here in St. John, you can go to Northern Seafood. What's best than buying stuff in the city market?
I think everybody sitting here is all about local flavors. So we have all this awesome sturgeon on here, but Chef, can you tell us a little bit of your preserves?
So we do like to do a bit of foraging here at the restaurant. So what we have here is pickled fiddlehead, pickled ramp bottoms, fermented ramp tops, pickled rose petals, spruce tip dressing here as well, which I thought would go really well with especially the cooked sturgeon loin.
Is literally foraged along the banks of the St. John River.
Yeah, I don't go very far.
Yeah.
A lot of these flavors I ended up getting from my grandparents, because for them, if they foraged for items, it was because it was free. Whether you liked it or not, you had to eat it, right?
They do the boil, a little vinegar, and some
vinegar.
butter.
There's always a little carafe of white vinegar on the table.
It's all St. John.
It is all St. John. And look at this.
Yeah, look at This has been not only educational, but flavorful.
Let's toast again for friendship and for good food.
Get out, get some caviar into ya. You don't need to throw the skins out.
No, the skins are so delicious, so beautiful, delicious. Yeah. Actually, I have people who eat them,
Really?